have seen him now. I've heard him preach this Jesus of Nazareth. I've heard the wonderful stories about his preaching, and I've experienced that preaching, but more than that, now, he and I have talked together in that enchanting place, the olive orchard. We walked from the city down through the valley of Hinnom, the valley of death, and up to the hillside. And there, sitting by the olive press, we talked. He walked with me. He talked with me. It taught me as I've never been taught before. Oh, I'm sorry, I did not introduce myself. My name is Nicodemus. I'm a member of the Sanhedrin. There are 70 men that are chosen to run the affairs of the temple and to make decisions that are relevant to God based on our knowledge of Scripture. So I was told of this man, and I was interested. And so I went out to Galilee where he came and preached. This preacher from Nazareth. Whoever thought any good could come out of Nazareth. But there he is. He has come to us and taught us, and I said to him, "Teacher, you are so well known. People love you. You preach to them. You wrap their hearts in your palm of your hand. Thousands upon thousands I have heard him preach to. Thousands upon thousands who are enraptured by his words cannot turn their heads away and listen to what he has to say, because what he says is so new and so different, so completely contrary to our understanding of this God that we have heard, the God that has told us that we must obey and be obedient, and if we are not, there are consequences. He tells us now this God of love, a God of love. And I've said this to him, and he said, "I have taught you nothing new." He said, "What I am teaching you now, you can hear in the ancient sages, in Ezekiel and Isaiah. It's all there." We always looked at the obedience, the following of the law, to make sure that we were righteous by following God's law. And it is God's love that permeates our lives. And I said to him, "Teacher, I see now that your word is the word of God. You are truly a man of God. No other man can say what you say and do what you do if it were not by the hands of God." Then he said something interesting to me. He stopped me in the middle of my conversation and he said, listen to me very carefully. You must hear this. "Unless a man is born anew, born again, he cannot enter the kingdom of heaven." God's kingdom is there for those who have been born anew. What an amazing thing. I never heard this before, and I really truly did not understand it. So finally I said to him, "I don't understand what you're saying. How can a man return once again to his mother's womb and be born again?" "Ah, my dear one," he said, "my dear son, I'm not talking about a physical, chronological birth. I'm talking about a spiritual rebirth, where the Spirit enters you through the water. Just as you came into this world through your mother in water, now water will once again wash away your sin and bring you to a new understanding of God's love for you. A new understanding of what it means to be born in the Spirit." Truly amazing words. Words that I had a difficult time assembling and understanding. It was so new and so different. And yet it was there. He's right. It was there in Isaiah and Ezekiel. There in Amos as well. It was there. That these teachings are there, but we ignored them. We looked for those things that dealt with the law and obedience and consequences. He was teaching us a new way. Brought us to a new understanding of the Word of God and how God is active in our lives. And he wrapped his heart around my heart and took me with him. Spiritually, you are reborn. But the Spirit can only bring spirit. The flesh can only bring flesh. Flesh cannot bring spirit. Spirit cannot bring flesh. You are born anew in the Spirit of God. And as God enters your heart, and in your entirety, you become God's child. In a new and different way. All things change. All things now have begun anew. Well, these words were so amazing to me. We sat, as a matter of fact, we lighted a fire to warm ourselves as the evening grew cool. And we spoke about so many things. He told me things about myself that I did not know, or at least I did not remember. He knew who I was, and he helped me to understand who I was in God. And that was absolutely amazing as well. That I learned that in God, I am a new creation. The old has passed away, the new has come. And so I must be born again in water. I must look for a man named John the Baptist, and he will help me to be reborn. He will bring water to me that I might not be washed in the Spirit of God and be cleansed and brought about a newness of life. While all of this was so new to me, I went back to the Sanhedrin and told many of my friends of his teachings. They had heard from other people what Jesus was being taught. They did not like it. They did not like to hear something new. They did not want any of their established ways to be changed because they wanted to keep it all the same. They were afraid of this man Jesus. And they've called a meeting for tonight. And I must be there. I must speak for this Jesus. I must help them to understand that his teachings are not all that new. They come from the ancient prophets, the ancient writers. But I'm fearful. I'm fearful of what they might do. I'm fearful of their fearing this man who is of God and can only be of God. So I must go. Now may the peace of God, which passes all understanding, keep your hearts and your